boxing aficionados. What's up? What's going on? Hey, yo, check this out. I want you to hear me clearly. Canelo is back. Canelo is back, and he ain't playing games. That man is coming back like he's avenging his brother's death. And Caleb Plant is the cause of his pain. You understand? Today's press conference was so clear. I was like, wow, I never seen Canelo like that. Of course, I've never seen anybody push his buttons like that either. But Canelo's gonna have a good time. Canelo is gonna have a good time this time around. Feasting on Caleb Plant. I mean, seriously. He pushes Canelo pushes Plant. Guy goes flying. Almost off the stage. Then Plant comes back, throws a little slap at him. Canelo dodges, two pieces him. Plant is already bleeding. Nigga, how do you bleed at your press conference? How do you bleed at your press conference? This is like getting fired on your day off. Listen, I can see the reflexes is crazy. Canelo sees everything Plant throws at him. And Plant is not ready. Plant is trying to go from elementary school to graduate school in one fight. He skipped process. I could see if Caleb Plant had gone from Uzcategui to somebody formidable, building him up, and then takes on Benavidez, right? Beats Benavidez, and then takes on a Canelo. That's, the order of things. If you really want to build a fighter, right? But Caleb Plant's missing some steps. He's missing some grades. He's going from elementary school to grad school, medical school, law school in 1 year. You understand? Like, you can't do that. You can't do that. He's not prepared for what Canelo's got for him, man. Billy Joe Saunders was better prepared for what Canelo had for him. And you saw what happened to Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders was much better prepared for what Canelo had for him. And you saw what happened to Billy Joe Saunders. You can poo-poo Billy Joe Saunders all you want. But Billy Joe Saunders had Andy Lee, had Chris Eubank, had David Lemieux. He fought some people. He was victorious in some real fights. You dig? Caleb Plant went from Uzcategui to Faggin' Boots to Caleb Truax to Canelo? Are you serious? It ain't happening, baby. Lo veo feo pa la foto. That means I see him very ugly in this picture. And you can see it in that press conference. But God bless Caleb Plant, man. God bless Caleb Plant. He talked his shit. He's pushing, He certainly didn't back down at the press conference. But his whole team is confused right now, man. Like, even his trainer got up there and said, what did his trainer say? His trainer act like he never been on TV before. Oh, man, it was hilarious. Meanwhile, Canelo's just laid back with the Eddie Reynoso crowd, counting his $40 million and figuring out all the ways he's going to punish Caleb Plant for talking shit. It's really, really wild, man. It's really, really wild. I mean, we already saw that little two-piece Canelo hit Caleb Plant with. Like, Caleb Plant had no concept, no notion of what was going on. Canelo saw that little slap that Caleb Plant threw from like 3 miles away. I mean, like, he saw like, oh, 3 miles away, I'm getting in the way now, man. It's crazy. It was crazy. Oh, man. But it's going to be a great fight. It was a great press conference. I'm looking forward to it, man. Honestly and truly, seriously. But I give Caleb Plant 0 to none. I give Caleb Plant 0 to no chance of beating Canelo. He doesn't have a pop in his punch. And he doesn't have a technique to implement the kind of fight that he would need to implement. He doesn't have the technique. And we haven't seen Caleb Plant have to implement any real technique, elevate himself to another level, because he hasn't been in the ring with anybody that would push you. I mean, Uzcategui. That was it. And Uzcategui had Plant hurt by the end of that fight. Not very, very hurt, but he did hurt him. And Plant was gassed. He beat him. He outboxed Uzcategui, but come on now. Is that really what you want to go from a Uzcategui to a Canelo? And in between you get a fagging boot? It's crazy, man. Oh my God. And how about Steven Espinosa? Steven Espinosa, can somebody get Canelo's balls out of his mouth? Oh, God. Steven Espinosa must be flossing the hair from Canelo's nuts, right from out his teeth. Like, he's got like floss. All the little red hairs from his teeth, from Canelo's balls, man. I mean, Steven Espinosa got up and basically read a soliloquy. Basically read a soliloquy to Canelo, an ode to Canelo. He wrote a poem. That motherfucker wrote a poem to Canelo. Oh my God, Steven Espinosa, bro. That shit is too funny, man. Like, Steven Espinosa he practically was begging Canelo, could you just give us some fights. Just, you could be like Floyd. I could do that for you, Canelo. We remember us, don't you, Canelo? Canelo, do you remember us, Canelo? We did your first super pay-per-view. We was there, Canelo. We was there. It's me, Steve. You know me, Steve. And then he mentioned Caleb Plant. He's like, yeah, and him, and Caleb Plant. Yeah, I know him too. Yeah, Caleb. Yeah, right. It's Caleb, right? It's Caleb, right? It's not Plant, right? Yeah. Listen. Oh my God, Steven Espinosa was hilarious. Somebody got to surgically remove Canelo's bowels out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? I mean, God bless. They got a good fight, though, man. Because I'm definitely going to buy that pay-per-view, man. Will it do $1 million? I don't know. I don't know if it will do $1 million. But it's certainly going to do some numbers. And I'm certainly going to be tuning in, man. You dig? Oh, man. But the accusations from Caleb Plant said you a cheater. And then he brought the Oscar Valdez. That was like boom, boom. Like he said it like bow. It needed to be said. Proud of that kid, Caleb Plant. But he's getting fucked up for his efforts. Oh, Caleb Plant after this fight. You know, I'm going to tell you what Caleb Plant's going to be, right? Caleb Plant's going to be a very good name on somebody else's resume after this fight, right? So let's say Caleb Plant gets fucked up by Canelo, maybe comes back, rebuilds his career, gets sweet hands against sweet hands. Listen, man, sweet hands. Oh, my God. Anyway, get all, you know, the whole thing, you know, it's not a bad loss because he lost to Canelo, kind of like Canelo losing to Floyd, but not quite. You know, so he comes back, rebuilds his career, and then what happens with Caleb Plant is that then he'll be fed to a David Benavidez, probably. You know, unless David Benavidez just goes ahead and takes the Canelo fight after that. But I could see Caleb Plant then getting fed to a Berlanga. You understand what I'm saying? Like Caleb Plant, the rest of his career after this beatdown will be relegated to being a very good name on somebody's resume. Somebody's resume on their way to a Canelo fight or on their way to a greater fight. It is what it is, man. Caleb Plant, él no me convence. He doesn't convince me, you know what I mean? And the reason why Caleb Plant doesn't convince me is because he hasn't been through the proper process. He hasn't been vetted. You dig? There's a vetting process that's supposed to be taking place with these fighters, you know. You don't just go from A to Z. You got to go to B, C, D, E, F, you know, so on and so on. And Caleb Plant has skipped the whole damn alphabet and got to Canelo. He you know, no. You don't do that. He went from A, finished the damn alphabet. You dig? And he's going to pay for it, man. He's going to pay for it. He's going to pay for it. You saw it in that press conference. The reflexes wasn't there. The technique wasn't in there. I know it was just a push and a shove and you know, it was some flashy thing, but Canelo was like, you're not. Canelo told him, you're not on my level. You're not on my level. Canelo looked at him like, bro, listen, son, you don't belong in the same ring with me, man. You dig? And you have to, anybody that doesn't see that, I mean, I don't even know what to tell you, man. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. You dig? Canelo is back. He's gonna avenge his brother's death. And Caleb Plant is the cause of his pain. Can you dig it, baby? Next level boxing talk, motherfuckers. I'm out.